Hey everybody, this is Troy Alexander, Inspiration with Troy Alexander. We are back one more time live. Here we are tonight. Come on, to uplift you and encourage you to never give up on your dream. I'm excited tonight. We have a phenomenal guest, and I'm excited about what's to take place and what's coming next. Not only for me, but coming for you. Listen, stay connected with us, y'all. Listen, we are on Facebook, as you see, Troy Alexander. I got thumbs up from the producer. Listen, follow us on our website called toinspire.org. That's called toinspire.org. Listen, we on Instagram. I love taking pictures, y'all. Follow me at Pick by Design, at Pick by Design. And listen, we on YouTube, Inspiration with Troy Alexander. Tonight we have an amazing guest. But before we get there, listen, I have a wonderful announcement, y'all. Listen, I'm getting ready to start a new project, y'all. Listen, where we encourage you and we talk about goals, talk about vision, talk about your purpose. So listen, twice a month, we're going to call it Goal Speak. Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, we want to talk about your goals, your purpose, your vision, and stay connected and just have and just impart whatever we can share to encourage you to never give up on your dream. I'm excited, y'all. And guess what? Next month, get ready, y'all. We're going to come out with a new apparel line. I said it, yes. A t-shirt line, a hoodie line, whatever. I'm telling you right now. Listen, all I can say is don't give up on your dream. All I want to be is an example to inspire you to hold on. And I'm telling you, it may not look like much now, but get ready, y'all. It's getting ready to grow up and blow up. I said it, yes. Something greater is coming for you as well. I'm excited tonight. But tonight, we have an amazing guest, Dr. SEEMA SAROOP. Listen, y'all, doctoral degree in organizational leadership. She is the reigning Miss Royalty International, Miss New Jersey 2021. She holds 3 national titles and many state titles. Listen, she's the owner and the artistic director of Shiv Kala, is that what? Is that right? Shiv Kala Dance Academy, a nonprofit Caribbean dance academy that also supports via donations other charities every month. Listen, y'all, she is a thyroid cancer survivor. And not only that, she is launching a swimsuit line this year to build self-esteem and confidence in women. Thank you, SEEMA, so much for being a part of our broadcast tonight. Thank you so much. How are you tonight?
I'm good. Thank you so much, Troy, for having me. You're such an inspiration. So to be on this show is really inspiring itself. And I'm hoping that I can inspire others the same way you inspired me.
Thank you. Listen, I'm telling you, SEEMA, you are amazing. We're so honored to have you. We appreciate you, and we are excited to share your journey with the world. Listen, I got to ask you, what was that moment like when you received your doctoral degree? What did that feel like?
Let me tell you, Troy, that was one of the best feelings I've ever had in my life. Because to be honest with you, I didn't even think I would have gotten there. Like, it was a very tough journey working full time, running my dance academy, and being in the financial industry and having all of those long hours. It was just really, really hard with a lot of writing, a lot of reading, a lot of dedication and effort. And there were times where I didn't even think I was going to make it through. Like, it was just a lot. And it's a big review process. So to be able to get that degree in my hand, I think I just wanted to cry because I didn't even think it was going to even happen. But, by the grace of God, and I always say, like, I'm a strong believer in God and the support of my family, and I could not have done it with the support of my husband. Like, he was there, like, picking up the pieces when I couldn't, like, just be there to do it. So, I really want, like, others to know how valuable education is and taking that step to get there. And sometimes it may be scary or financially it may be a little bit hard, but you have to put yourself in the zone and you have to continuously grow because, through education, our world is consistently changing. We're living in an environment that tomorrow is unknown. So, and with new technology and with the new generation and social media, you really need to stay on top of like education and trends and continuously keep growing and have that growing mindset. So
Wow.
I'm excited and I'm happy that it's over. Honestly, I am happy it is over.
Wow. Well, listen, I got to ask you, how long did it take you? Because I know some people that have been in the process for years. I mean, literally, how long did it take you to get your doctoral degree?
Luckily for me, I was in an accelerated program. So
Okay.
I was just making, like, I had to work and go to school. And this program that I was in, I was doing my doctoral, like my dissertation, the same time as I was doing my coursework. So for me, it took me 3.5 years to complete because it was accelerated. But normally it would take 6 years to complete. But since I was able to work on my capstone like project at the same time, my dissertation at the same time, I was able to really get it done at a faster rate.
Wait, Stephen, wait. So you're telling me that you were working full time and 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 you're married
Yes.
and you have this dance academy, you have all this other, and listen, y'all, I'm not even gonna tell you, I don't know how she does pageantry, and she wins. It's not like she and that comes with other responsibilities. Seema, how did you do it in 3.5 years? Because I'm sure there are folks watching saying, how is that even possible? How were you able to manage the workload with everything else you had to do?
I think to begin with, you have to have that drive, like that determination that you want to get it done. Like you have to create that mindset. And I think 2 is time management, and 3, really good support system. Because without a good support,
And Seema, yep, there you go.
so I had a really good support system. But not gonna lie, there were days where I was literally working on 1 to 2 hours of sleep.
Wow.
I would be
Wow.
very late hours, and then when I came home from work, I was doing homework till 3, 4 in the morning. But I was determined. Like I really wanted to get it done. I love school. I love education. And I'm a really good writer. And I believe that if you're not you have to be a good writer and have that mindset in order to complete a doctoral degree. So in that case, I was like, I was already there. So
Right.
it was
Wow.
difficult, but yeah, it's a support. I couldn't have done it with the support of my family and friends.
Wow. Listen, I'm still so amazed of just your journey and how you were able. Listen, y'all, I said she has a doctoral degree in organizational leadership. So I can only imagine you're doing something and while you're doing, you're experiencing it as well in the
Yeah.
moment. Yes. I love so I got what was the drive for you? Why was this important to you?
So for to begin with, education was always very on top of my list. I mean, my background is Caribbean. So growing up, my father was very like strict when it came to going to school and doing your homework, your extracurriculum, reading. So I really grew up in that like atmosphere of like learning consistently. And as I like grew up and went to college, I just realized that how much I love learning and I love the school setting. But it really wasn't until like I completed my master's, and I've been working for corporate America for about 19 years already. And with corporate America, like one thing is, today you have a job, tomorrow you may not. It's always there's a lot of outsourcing, there's a
Right.
lot of changes that goes on, like cost cutting and I think in different initiatives, and you really need to stay on top of your game. So I always had that mindset of continuously learning and always like staying on top of like my skill sets, because you never know like what can happen in the future. But it wasn't until like one day I just sat down and realized, like, if I ever got laid off, what would be my backup plan? Yes, I have my dance academy, but it's a nonprofit. But what would be my backup plan? And I already started teaching. Like, I love teaching, like, and I love dancing. So I teach dancing, of course. But I told myself, like, I mean, I love teaching dancing. So why can't I just go back to school and teach like a college counseling.
Right.
And I did have like a mentor at work who really like talk me through like what I really wanted to do. And he was also a professor at a college. So he kind of planted that seed in my head, like, why don't you go back to school and why don't you, get your doctoral degree? And, they make a lot of money if you teach at a doctoral degree level.
Right,
So
right.
I actually took 6 months to really think about it. And then I just said, you know what? I'm just going to go back because if I ever get laid off one day, that would be my backup plan to really teach. And I love teaching already. So I knew I would just enjoy the work that I was doing. So that was really the reason why I went back.
Amazing, amazing. Listen, I'm so proud of you, SEEMA. I am
Thank
so, Dr. SEEMA, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you and all that you've done. Was there ever a moment in those 3.5 years where you doubted at any point or had any concern like, can I do this? Did ever those emotions ever come a part of your journey or not really?
Yeah, it has. And I would, out of the 3.5 years, it was not an easy journey. It was no peaches and cream. There were times where I was just literally in tears because, I did very well, like in my coursework and stuff like that. And I actually did very well. I graduated with like a 3.94 GPA. But when it came to writing the dissertation, I had my like topic, but I knew how to put it together. But it's when you went through those review process and then you get the comments back, and some of them, they're not like the best comments that you can get back. They're very critical. And then you start doubting yourself, like, what am I doing here? Am I smart enough? Can I really do this? And there were moments where I had doubt, like where I told my husband, like, I don't know if I can go on because I just feel like it's not going to work out. But then I would remember that how many thousands of dollars that I was spending on this education. And I'm like, you know what? No, I'm going to get this. Even if I have to die trying, I'm going to, because it's not cheap. But I did pull through. I had to have that strong mindset, because if I didn't, I don't think that if I didn't, I would have gotten through the program.
Wow, amazing. Well, listen, we're so proud of you that you pushed and that you persevered. You are an example to so many to not give up, right? And I'm still in awe, right? I mean, 3.5 years, and normally for some people it takes 6. I knew someone that took 8. I mean, it can literally take, but how you sacrifice. Tell me about the experience. Did it cost you anything? Because I know you told me there were times where you only got like 1 hour of sleep, right? Or 2 hours of sleep. You're working doing homework till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Did you have to shift your life in any other way in order to be able to achieve what you have achieved?
Yes, for sure. I definitely had to prioritize, and I really had to give up like things that I would do over the weekend to really get homework done. But I only compromise on certain things. Like, you have to have that balance in life. You can't just work, because then you're going to burn yourself out. So I did compromise to an extent on things that wasn't so rewarding, or like shopping. I can give up shopping, and like I gave up watching maybe a movie on a Saturday to really get my homework done. But I didn't give up on the things that I love, where it's like teaching dance class or competing in pageants, because I just feel like in order to be successful in life, you really have to time manage well, and you also have to dabble in a lot of things. Like, you have to be able to multitask. And I was always really good at multitasking and really, setting my priorities at where I want. And I'm a very driven person. So when I set my mind to something, I go for it.
Wow.
But you definitely have to sacrifice for sure. But also don't give up like on the things that you love, because then you start to feel unhappy.
Wow. SEEMA, tell me, because that's so important, right? That is so, what you just said, like don't lose your happiness, right? As you pursue, why did you feel that's important, right? To not lose your happiness, because that's so powerful, because so many people sacrifice even things that they enjoy, right? So tell me more about that. Like why was that important to hold on to your happiness? I love that. I
Because
love
when
that.
you don't, yeah, when you don't hold on to your happiness, you tend to like start regretting the path, or you start to be unhappy, and then you don't like what you're doing anymore. And to me, in order to be successful, you have to be passionate and you have to love what you're doing. If you don't love what you're doing, forget it. It'll just go downhill from there. So that's always a priority for me. Like education itself is a priority for me, but also keeping myself happy and doing everything that I love is also a priority too, because if you're not happy, then what are you really living for?
Wow. Well, I'm still amazed that you were able to keep doing so much while you were in school, and not like putting everything on hold. But listen, I don't know. All I know is you're amazing, and you are phenomenal,
Thank you.
super. Yes, a wonderful example of never giving up on your goal. Is there more in
And
your education,
there's
in
just
your
one thing
educational journey?
yeah, there's just one thing I want to really say is that, some people, they go through like a doctoral degree program. They even go through their master's or bachelor's, and then sometimes they feel like they want to just give up or they fail at something. But I want everyone to know today that failure is a part of success. Like you
Wow.
will fail at things in life, and you're never gonna always win. You will lose a couple of battles, but it's okay, because those battles is what helps you become successful in the future. And a lot of people just they bypass that, because when they feel like they failed at something, they just want to give up. But the main thing is to have that mindset that, failure is part of success, and it's an opportunity to do more and develop more and be better in your goals and your dreams and whatever you're trying to attain in your life. So I want people to know that, like, I was never successful all the time. Like, there's things I am successful in, but there are things that I definitely failed. And believe it or not, I wanted to give up. Like, I just didn't want to do it anymore. But you have to rise above that mindset and say, like, I can be better, I can do better, I can grow more. And this is just a minor setback.
Listen, I love that, Seema, and you have to talk to yourself, right? You have to tell yourself, I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up. I'm powerful enough, and you know, Seema, I'm worthy enough, because some people don't feel that they're worthy of the success, worthy of the achievement, worthy of having or of conquering that mountain. Um, did you go through any of that emotion about not feeling, because so many, and if not, it's fine, but so many deal with that, right? They don't feel worthy enough, and it's something that so many of us have to deal with. So, but we're proud of you. Oh, we're
Yeah.
so proud of you, Seema. And so I want to ask you, because you've done so much, and I want to talk a little bit about. You mentioned that you're a thyroid cancer survivor. What was that experience? Tell us about the moment that you found out that you had it.
So when I found that I had thyroid cancer, I'll be honest, I was very ignorant about it. The time that I found out I had thyroid cancer, I was so driven, like career oriented. Like, my main goal was to really climb in my career and really get to like the next level. When I became sick with thyroid cancer, I kind of bypassed it and like ignored it a little bit until I started to get really sick. When I did finally go to the doctor, it was a cancer tumor on my thyroid. It had already spread to the other side of my lymph nodes, and close to my lymph nodes. It had already spread. So when I went into surgery, like, the doctor had said, if I waited one more month, it would have spread to my lymph nodes and throughout my whole body. It was 0.5 millimeters away from my lymph nodes.
Wow,
At that
Seema.
point, I told myself, like, I was so driven, career oriented driven, that I was so ignorant about my own life. And if I was sick, how is it that I would have been able to work or get to the next level or do the things that I am doing today? So it was really an eye opener for me, that don't take your life for granted. I mean, just, you have to really pay attention to your health. And because if you don't, bad things can happen. And once you have your health, then you can obtain your goals and your dreams. So,
Absolutely.
going through having thyroid cancer wasn't the difficult part for me. I think the most difficult part for me was the after effect of having thyroid cancer, the emotional, um, problems that I've been through, like psychologically, I think with the weight gain, and it was just a rough battle for me. And I try now to really educate women and talk to other women who've been through what I've been through, that it's okay, like it's okay to feel the way you're feeling. It's okay that you gain weight. It's okay that you feel sad or down sometimes, because going through the emotions, your hormones are all over the place. And it's, I don't have a thyroid at all, so I'm on a pill for the rest of my life. There's days where I have good days, there's days where I have bad days. Emotionally, sometimes I'm like, don't talk to me today, or like I'm really, really happy. And it's like, it's really hard on your family too, to really understand those emotions and how you're feeling, and how to cope with you, how you're feeling, and help you too. So it's really, I try to raise awareness on like the emotional constraint of it. And yes, thyroid cancer is the easiest one to have, like out of all of the cancers in the world, but I think the after effect is what's really, really hard, because it really, really, emotionally, it really, you can have setbacks.
How did you how did you come through that? What helped you to deal with the emotional part of that journey? What helped you get through that?
Yeah, really the support of my family, especially my sister. She would consistently have conversations with me. Pageantry really helped me through that emotion too, because, there were times where I felt like, I wasn't pretty enough, like with the weight gain, like, sometimes like with the hormones, your skin is like always dry. So, your self-esteem is so low,
Right.
um, dealing with these emotions sometimes. And it's the support of my family and the support of my husband, because my husband's very like really, really good. He would say, you're so beautiful, you're good enough. Like he would say, when I go out to compete in pageants and I get all dressed up, I feel so beautiful on that moment on stage. So all of these things have really helped me through, having my sister queens there who just walk with me through that journey. But I think if it wasn't for my family and for my husband and like my sister queens, I felt like it would have been a hard journey. So I want other women to know that there's people out there who understand and who's there, and you can reach out to, and they know what you're going through. So don't be afraid, and don't be afraid to show that emotions too, or show that depression, because if you don't show it, no one will really know how you're feeling.
Wow, Seema, so powerful. I love
Yeah.
that. So powerful. So and you have helped so many people in just that one moment.
Yeah.
So were you always comfortable in speaking about that part of your journey? Because sometimes when people go through different experience like cancer or different, they're not comfortable being transparent. Were you always this transparent about it, or was there any point that you really
No,
weren't? Wow.
no, I
How did you
wasn't.
become so transparent about it?
I had a really good coach. I think you know her. Her name is Fanny, at Fanny's Modeling Academy. She really had coached me through like having this mindset, because I just had like a really low self-esteem. I didn't know how to talk about it. A lot of people don't really understand. Like sometimes, like when you gain weight, people just, people can be mean about it. So I feel like I always really, my self-esteem was always low, and I really like doubted myself a lot. She made me really believe in myself, and she would coach me in like, you're unique. Like she would tell me, you're so unique. You're so beautiful in the things that you do and the say, and you're, intellectually beautiful. Like she would coach me to to make me like realize the things, or see the things that I wasn't seeing in myself. And I feel like when with people like who's going through this situation, it's important to have a coach. It's important to have a mentor. It's important to have someone to talk to help you realize the things that you're not seeing. And I honestly wouldn't have been able to do it without her. And I thank her like all the time, every day. She's such a wonderful person.
Yes,
And she's like
yes.
really, really, really brought me back to life. And I always, I can't, I would always have to thank her for that.
Awesome. Well, Fanny, we thank you, Fanny, so much for being who you are. And wow. I have to ask it because some people would think that going towards pageantry. Listen, everybody, I'm gonna say it, she's the reigning Miss Royalty International, Miss New Jersey 2021. Most people would think that with being being so conscious about your body, about the different your self-esteem, that you wouldn't go to pageantry, right? Because you're so judged, right, on you and what you do, or what you, or how you walk, or how you. So why were you attracted to pageantry? What was it about pageantry that drew you that way?
So I feel like there's a lot of stigma around pageantry. Like a lot of people think about pageantry as putting on a beautiful gown. It's all about a crown and sash, but pageantry is actually more than that. For me, pageantry has touched my life through my sister queens. Each one of them who compete are such role models, not only in their community, but in their families, in the things that they do in their everyday life. When I apply for a pageant, it's not about the crown or sash. I mean, at the end of the day, it's beautiful, it's nice to have, but for me, it's the people that I meet and my sister queens and the stories that I hear. And it's so inspiring because when you hear of the different platforms and the things that they had to overcome in their life, it kind of gives you strength to be like,
Absolutely.
yeah, their experiences gives me a strength to say like, if they can do it, you can do it too. So pageantry has really, it heals people too. You know, it's not all about the crown and the sash. It's really about the people you meet, the network, the directors. They all just touch your lives in different ways. Your coaches, like everyone who's associated with pageantry, it has. I've always had a positive experience. And I would always encourage someone to compete in a pageant because there's so much more than just a crown and a sash.
I love that, Seema. And I've never heard pageantry being described as a healing process. Wow. Wow. I mean, that's powerful when you realize that there is a system, there is people who participate, who support each other, right? A sisterhood that support each other and encourage each other. And I'm in awe. Like I've been to a number of pageants, and it's amazing to see the sisterhood, right? I'm happy that you won, right? Even though they didn't call my name, right? I'm happy for you, it's just amazing to see that experience. But for you to talk about it as a healing process, that's powerful. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really powerful. What has been the greatest lesson that you've learned through pageantry thus far?
For me, the greatest lesson I would say is that you need to be yourself when you're competing. When I first started, I started pageantry at a later age. So when I began competing, I would always tell myself, oh, I have to like look like that. I have to do this. My platform has to be that. But what I didn't realize is that you have to be your unique self. Everyone's unique in their own ways. And if you're not yourself, you have to be proud of who you are as an individual and not want to be like someone else. And that was a lesson that I've learned, later on in like competing, that I am like, I am different. I have my own unique qualifications. And if I'm content with that, then the judges will see the beauty that I see. And it took me a long time because I didn't have that mindset. So that's like the message I want to tell people too today is, go in with the mindset of just being yourself and showing the judges who you are, because they have to love you as an individual, like, and see what you can put out there as a queen. But when you try to be someone else that you're not, then it shows.
Wow. Seema, listen, you have inspired so many because a lot of people ask themselves, what are the judges looking for? Right? And they try to comport and conform into what they think the judges might want to look for, as opposed to, as you said, be yourself. Wow. Listen, I gotta ask you, when, like, is it a moment? Was it what happened that you became comfortable with just being you and being enough?
I'm not gonna lie, Troy. It took a long time to get here because, like, I mentally didn't believe I was good enough. I always had this mindset that I could do more, be better, being that I started pageantry late, I know I had a lot to learn, and I never gave up on that. Like every year I would just improve myself more and more. That's one thing that I had put on the top of my list, to always keep learning and being better as a competitor. But what I realize is, like, you can have so many coaches and you can go out there and you can practice, practice, practice. But if you don't believe in yourself and believe that you're good enough, then you won't get there. You won't obtain the crown. So it took me a while to believe that I was good enough and like my unique self is good enough. But I want other women to know out there that you're not alone. There is
Right.
other women out there who struggle to believe that they're good enough. But you are good enough, and your unique characteristic is good enough. It doesn't matter what cultural background you're from, or
Yes.
what your upbringing is, or it doesn't matter. What matters is that you believe that you're good enough, and if you don't, then it's okay. Just work on it, and get yourself there, and take your time with it.
Well, SEEMA, you are good enough. You are amazing enough. You are phenomenal enough, amazing enough, super enough, astronomical enough. Well, we're so happy for you and so proud of you. Listen, and I'm looking and I'm reading about your dance academy, and I'm like, wow, wow. Like when did this come about? Like, was this a dream that you had, or did it evolve? How did it come about?
I always loved dancing since I was a child. Like, I would dance in my bedroom, and then eventually I started dance classes. But actually, it wasn't a dream. Someone just one day told me, "Hey, I think you should open your own dance school." And it's a Caribbean dance school. Like, if many people don't know, my family's from Trinidad and Guyana. A lot of people mistake me for being Indian, but I'm actually Caribbean. So my nonprofit is a Caribbean Dance Academy. And I've been dancing like Caribbean dancing and Bollywood dancing for a very long time, since I was 15. So about a very long time. I'm not gonna say. But I really didn't have intentions of opening my own school. And when someone kind of planted that seed in my head, I said, okay, I'll just do it for fun. And then I always loved giving back to my community. Like, my platform, it's called Cares. It's community. Troy, sorry.
Yep, it's okay.
I wanted to just create something. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
So I wanted to take something that I was very passionate about and really give back to the community, and dancing was one of them. So what we do is I have low-cost Caribbean dance classes in Jersey City, and the proceeds that we raised from the school, we donated to a different charity every month. I also have a Caribbean show that I put on every year. Well, with COVID, it's been a little bit hard, but the proceeds that we raised from putting on this Caribbean show is donated to 5 different charities a year. And not to mention, my girls, my students have performed in 92 charitable events, like fundraising events, to give back to the community. So my Caribbean dance school we're all about making a difference in the life of others through our passion and the art of dance.
Listen, that was amazing to me, that you give back. All that you've done, you keep giving back. Why is giving back? How did that become so important? Because your heart is so amazing. It's so wonderful. How did that become important to you as a child growing up, or did you learn it later in life? But where did you learn the importance that you wanted to give back in everything that you do?
So coming from a Caribbean home, that's definitely a priority in our family. I've grown up seeing my mom and dad give back to many charitable causes. They're always donating to different organizations. So I grew up with that mindset, but it really hit home for me when I actually got sick, and I almost had this cancer spread all over my body through my lymph nodes. it's only then I realized that I had a second chance in life and I wasn't going to take life for granted.
Right,
And
right,
that's when
right.
I started making it an initiative to really give back every year. I am very blessed. I always believe that I'm very blessed to be able to, work for a Fortune 500 company, to be able to obtain my doctoral degree, to be financially stable, to have like I come from a family that's financially stable too. So I always tell myself that I was very blessed and I want to kind of share that blessing with others. So for me, it feels good inside. It really feels good inside when you give back and you see smiles on a lot of people's faces or things that they don't expect. And I always believe that when you change someone's life with an unexpected smile, it's the biggest blessing that you can get from God. So
Oh, I love that.
I I've devoted my life to giving back now. And I encourage a lot of people to do it because you wouldn't believe how good you would feel inside when you do give back and really inspire other people or even be a mentor or role model. I always say the simplest gestures can change someone's life in a big way.
Wow, Seema, powerful. Seema, I think you should write a book.
I want to.
I think you should write a book, Seema. I mean, oh my goodness.
One day.
Yes, 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 because everything that you're telling us, and what's even amazing is how close, when you talked about your cancer, right? I think you said it was like point something or five or just
Point 0.5 millimeters away from my lymph nodes.
0.5. Listen, I can't even, so to have to be that close and and to now take every experience that
Yeah.
you have to give back and I love what you said about the smile. I mean, what better way, right? When you can give the gift of smile.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing what
I don't want people to take life for granted
right.
because it's so many bad things that's happening in the world today. And
Yes, yes,
today you're here, tomorrow you don't know what can happen. So
right.
people shouldn't take life for granted. I know you know, I'm guilty of taking life for granted at times too, and not appreciating the things around me. And I'm sure everyone has, but due to like the pandemic and a lot of things that goes on, like we shouldn't take life for granted. And really, if you're capable of going out there and really making a difference and changing someone's life, do it because it's it may be a normal activity for you, but it could be life changing for someone else.
You see why she's amazing, everybody? She is awesome and amazing. Phenomenal, Seema. Phenomenal. I
Nice.
said, I will keep saying, I'm so proud of you. So proud of you, of who you are and who you are still becoming. Thank you so much. And listen, y'all, she's not finished yet. She is
What?
launching a swimsuit line. Seema, tell us how a swim, listen, you just got doctoral. You have your dance academy. I mean, you're doing, and you're still reigning as queen. Oh my God! I mean, you just continually to just succeed and go beyond and break barriers and break that. So tell us, how did this swimsuit line idea come about?
So they say every experience, there's an opportunity that can come out of it. For me, I had an experience in pageantry. I competed for a pageant, and one of the competitions were swimwear. And when I got my scores back, one of the judges' comments to me was, "You need to work on your body." So like that was the comment on the swimwear scores. So for me, it's swimwear is just a piece of material that sometimes not everyone feels comfortable in. And I would lie to you if I would say that that comment didn't bother me, but it made me realize that there's probably many women out there who, self-esteem is so low because of like comments like that. Or so I wanted to create something that a woman would feel beautiful in. It didn't matter what size they were, a piece of clothing that you don't always feel comfortable in. I wanted to take that and make someone feel so beautiful. So I decided to launch a swimwear line that would really be so beautiful, that anyone who puts it on, they would just feel so great inside. It didn't matter what size they were, how tall they were. curvy, skinny, they would just feel beautiful. It took a while to get the whole process going and take that leap of faith, but I have a couple of pieces that I can share.
Yes. We want to see some of your work. Yes.
So I have like 2 lines. I have like a pattern, like a print line, and I also have like a pageant bling line that I've created. I
Okay, a pageant bling line. Okay.
so like these are like some of the pieces that I have designed. I designed them myself. This is like the pageant line, and this is like a more simpler line that I'm doing. And then I also have like a print line, which is like, it's really like print patterns, but it has like nice, beautiful rhinestones on them. And then if you just really wanted to have like a fun vacation, like rainbow colors, that's like, feel beautiful inside and really comfortable. And, I just have like more simpler pieces where it's just like one pieces, but they just have like a simple bling to it. But I just wanted to really put something together where if someone puts it on, they feel really good inside, and they don't feel like they're being judged or like, looked at in a funny way. So that was the goal of my swim line. I haven't launched it yet, but it's coming. With the pandemic, things were a little bit delayed. But I'm hoping to launch it soon, and I'm really excited for it. And I hope that it really changes and it makes people feel comfortable and really put a smile on their face when they wear it.
Fabulous, SEEMA. Listen, we want to give a shout out to the judge that said what he said to SEEMA, because she took your words and said, I'm going to turn it into a business. What better way?
Yeah.
So if somebody says something negative to you, take their words and turn it into a business. I'm telling you, SEEMA, what better way to respond, right? For somebody to judge you on, and you say, you know what? Okay, I got this. I'm going to take your words and I'm going to turn them into my favor, into something greater than what anybody could have ever imagined. That right there, SEEMA, has inspired so many who are watching now, or who will watch this broadcast and wow, she didn't just take his words.
And that's what I want.
Yeah. And yes. And you kept on doing pageants.
Yes. Well, that's what I want people to know. Like you're gonna encounter negative feedback. You're gonna encounter like bad things in life, but it's how you really come out of it. Like, use those experiences to just create a mindset that's above it and keep growing from it. Use those like negative comments to really become better and become different, and have people see you in the light that you want them to see.
I love it. I love it, SEEMA. So proud. I can't wait for your launch. And of course, whatever I can do to be a support to you, it's amazing, because what you do with purpose.
Yes.
Right? You do with purpose, to inspire, to uplift women, to build their self-esteem, to build their confidence, to build their you, right? They're them, they're who they are, and just be you. Just be who you, and your pieces are so glamorous.
Thank you.
I mean, they have the bling. I'm like, wow. Yeah. Do they want to get in the water with? So,
I want to inspire women out there. I want them to feel that you're not alone. Like that I'm normal, you're normal. We all go through one thing that we can help each other in life. So I want to be that person to just always help another person, like, realize that they're good enough, or realize that they're beautiful, or show them that you are a leader inside, or you can accomplish anything that you put your mind to. You just have to believe in yourself.
You heard it from Dr. SEEMA Sarooop herself. You got to believe in yourself. I love that, SEEMA. Thank you so much. Listen, is there anything next for you that you can share? Is anything, I mean, because whatever you seem to set your mind to, you do it well. Is there something next in line for you?
So, I'm just a go-getter all the time and chasing so many dreams. But what I really want to do in the future is I really want to write some leadership books and books on forward thinking and having an agile mindset. I feel like that's like my next goal, as well as creating some, you know, motivational planners and stationery to go along with like the whole mentorship and the books. I really want to take that to the next level, use my doctoral degree to educate others, educate our youth, because I believe education from youth is building a foundation for a brighter future. And I want to be that person to plant that seed into our youth and help them grow into future leaders and give them the skill set and the things that I've learned and how they can apply it to their everyday life. So that's definitely my next goal, is to really mentor others and influence them with words.
Uh-oh. Well, Seema, listen, that is exactly who I am, right? That's why we connect so well, because we love to inspire. We know the power of words. We know the power of influence. And so thank you so much. Listen, I got to ask you, is there more that you want to share with us about your journey thus far? The platform is yours. It's amazing. You are totally amazing.
Yeah, no, that it's just that like I just want everyone to know that, you know, you just keep going. Don't let any hurdles in your life hold you back, and keep thinking that you can do it, or you can overcome obstacles. You know, there was a point in my life where I felt like I couldn't go on, or I couldn't do it. You know, there's times where I wanted to give up. There was even times where I just wanted to lay in my couch and just cover under a blanket and not see anyone. But I want I want everyone to feel like, yeah, if you feel that way, it's okay, but don't settle with it. Like, keep going, keep rising above, keep growing, keep continuously learning. These are the foundation that will help you to become successful in the future. And once you have that growth mindset, and once you believe in yourself and you never give up, you can move mountains. You know, with prayers and support of your family, you could really move mountains.
Dr. SEEMA Saroop, everybody, listen,
Yep.
her best-selling book is coming out soon, along with her motivation. Yes, her motivational calendars and notebooks and everything. We're excited for you, SEEMA. We're so happy for you. Do you want to give any shout outs to anyone? Anyone out there? Talked about your amazing husband and your family. Is there anyone else that you want to acknowledge?
I want to say hi to my mom, who's I'm pretty sure is watching, and my sister and my husband. They're the best. And my dad, he's probably watching too. All my family and cousins. I love you all. I mean, my life is so fulfilled with you guys. I want to give out a shout out to my runway coach, Fanny, because she has been such an inspiration to my life. She has really helped me mold me into it. And my current coach, who's helping me get ready for Miss Royalty International, Miss Crystal KV. So I want to say hi to all of them and thank you all so much. And to all my pageant sisters and directors who always believed in me from day one. Thank you so much, because I couldn't have got here without you girls and without you guys.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much. Where can people follow you? Where can people connect with you? If they want to learn more about you or connect with you, where can they follow you?
Well, I'm on Facebook as my name, SEEMA Saroop. I'm also on Instagram, but I have it's Dance Queen Seams, but I'm in the process of changing my Instagram to have my name, SEEMA Saroop. But yeah, if you just reach out on Facebook, I'm also on LinkedIn. You can check me out there. And that's it.
Listen, y'all, this is Dr. SEEMA Saroop. Thank you so much. We're so proud of you. And I want to just say again, thank you so much. You're a jewel. You are a light of inspiration to so many. You are giving hope where people have no hope. You're giving light where there seems to be no light. Your experiences, being that close and coming back, taking those words that judge said, right? And turning it into a business, taking something that some people have difficulty going, a doctoral experience, and you did it in a way that you're still working full time. You still have a family. You still have other and in 3.5 years, you obtained your doctoral in leadership, organizational leadership. So proud of you. So proud of you, SEEMA, of all that you've done, who you are, and we appreciate you for giving up your time to be on our show tonight. Any more that you want to share before we close out?
No, I'm good. Thank you, Troy, for having me today. I really appreciate it. Like, it's so nice to be able to talk to you and really have this conversation and, keep doing the things that you're doing because you inspire me and I'm pretty sure you inspire many other people.
Well, thank you so much, Seema. We are so appreciate you very much, and we're honored to have you. Thank you. Listen, everybody, this is Troy Alexander. Thank you again, Dr. Seema Saroop. Please connect with her. She's an inspiration to you. I'm telling you right now, she's going places that she don't even know that she's going. I'm telling you, there's doors about to open in her life that she hasn't even knocked on. I told her, get ready. You will hear her name again, Dr. Seema Saroop. Thank you so much. Thank you all again for your support of our show, Inspiration with Troy Alexander. We are here every week, Monday. Sometimes we come on Wednesday, but Monday nights at 7 p.m. to uplift you, to inspire you, to never give up on your dream. I told you what my motto is: dream, take that step, and walk with purpose into your destiny. This is Troy Alexander. Have a great night, and I'll see you next Monday. Thank you, Seema. Have a great week.
Good night.